Right, hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another new video. I've been quite busy lately at work and that, doing a bit of overtime because we got a problem over here like in France with the sea lettuce that's like seaweed that grows and grows and grows, and it takes over the beaches, and when it gets too deep, the gases it gives off, it can be fatal. So that's part of my job in the summer. I go on the beach with a tractor and a surf rake, and I I try and keep the beaches clean, the top off usually, but when the green stuff comes in, we go flat out in the green stuff. So we've been flat out on that. We've been doing some overtime in the afternoons, and I haven't had a lot of time to do a lot of restoration videos. I've done a couple of restorations in the last sort of 3 weeks, just about 2, that's all. So the ones I had stockpiled, if you like, are beginning to run out, and I have got a couple of sort of more basic restorations, pretty straightforward ones, and I will have to maybe put them on. I think I've got 2 like that, so I will have to put them on as one of my weekly videos, or 2 of my weekly videos. But so it's just basically to let you know there will be some less sort of complicated and more straightforward restorations or restoration videos coming up. Okay, so back to this week's video. Before we start that one, I'd like to say thank you to all my subscribers, and thanks to everybody for watching my videos. Well, thanks to old subscribers and new subscribers, and yeah, thanks everybody who makes comments, or not makes comments but leaves comments. I appreciate that very much. So I'm glad that most of you are enjoying my videos. I mean, I struggle a bit with keeping things in shot because the camera I've got, it's sort of not really wide angle enough, if you like. It would have to be sort of where I'm sitting doing the restorations rather than just in front of me. It's quite an old camera, but I don't really want to go and spend the money on a new one. I've got a GoPro. I thought of using that because that sort of gets everything in, but then you can't see properly sort of what you're filming. So for now, whilst this camera's going, I'm going to try and stick with this camera. Right, so anyway, this week's video, it's going to be a Corgy Toys model, and it's one I bought sort of in a job lot. There were some other models I want, and this one came with it, and it's not really the sort of thing I would normally go for, but since getting this one and doing this one has kind of made me sort of think a bit more about going more into different kinds of models than the ones I normally do. So anyway, this one, as I say, it came with another model, and some of the bits were missing off it or broken, and I thought, I need to get some reproduction parts for this, and sort of seeing the prices of them, I thought, well, I'll try and find another cheap one with the bits that I've got that are missing off of this one. If I can get a cheap, one cheaply that's got those pieces on that I need, I'll try and get that. So that's exactly what I did, and I had to get one reproduction part for it, which is not as good as the original by a long way, but anyway, it's done. So this video is going to be the James Bond 007 Moon Buggy, and that's Corgi number 811, and it's the Diamonds Are Forever one, and I think they were made from 1972 to 1974. So yeah, without any more hold-ups, as I always say, please sit back, relax, enjoy watching the video, and see how I got on with this one. Okay, so let's take a closer look. Right, these arms are all floppy. So I suppose I'll have to drill these rivets out and try and tighten it, or don't really know. I'm guessing these ends have been bent out a bit, so I'll have to undo them and tighten them in. This one, the claw is missing, but I do have a reproduction claw I've got. Not sure where I've put it, so I'll have a look for that in a minute. The spring doesn't work to open the canopy. That little seat in there should come up there, and there should be a figure in there which is missing, so that'll have to be sorted out. What else have we got? Yeah, the wheels are all in good nick. Slight bend in the axle, but not much. The little radar thing on here is broken off, so that'll need replacing. Other than that, it's not too bad. It's got a lot of rivets to drill out on the bottom, and it's only a plastic base, so I'm going to have to be careful. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rivets there, and then we've got one here and one here, and the same on the other side. So there's an awful lot of rivets to drill out. Right, okay. Let's get on with the dismantling then. Okay, I've drilled this base out, all these rivets out off camera because plastic base, I didn't want to smash it, so I don't know if it's going to come off. This one's a bit iffy here. I didn't want to drill any more. I might have to. I hate these plastic bases. That one's off, that one's off, most of them are off. It's just this one here. I'm just going to have to drill a little bit more. Gone a little bit sideways, that one. Pain in the arse. Hey, that's it. So it's not too bad. Hasn't damaged the base, which is what I was worried about doing. Right. So I see that radar turns by this little wheel on the spring. It's not that clever. Well, it is clever, but oh, it does turn it. So, right, can't get these wheels off now. There. So I must remember those were the teeth. Go on the back. Right, need to pull the spring off of there, off that little wheel, if I can. Don't want to stretch it there, because that is going to have to go up through there to get it out, but I've got to drill these rivets out first. So, put these wheels over there. Right, so I want a small drill to start. A small drill bit. I need to do those with a little punch I've got. The only trouble with this is that it's so, the point goes quickly and you can't always see where the actual point is on the rivet. It'd be better if it was slightly longer. Right. Oh, sorry, not the camera. Yeah. Right. My driller's getting well blunt. Oh, mustn't lose a little wheel. Right, that's that side off. These lights just pull out. They're very tight, but they do pull out. Oh, very, very tight. One. Right, to the other side now. That's my screwdriver on the floor. Oh, well that's fallen off there. Don't know if that was supposed to happen. Oh well, yeah, it will do, won't it? Because it will do because I've taken the side off. Right, get my screwdriver that fell on the floor. Now oh, I don't need the screwdriver. Yeah, that one's loose, that's that light. Okay, so that comes out. I'll have to have a good wash. And right, so this should just, if I push it to one side there, yeah, that's it. See, it just pops out. So that's that. This has got rivets to hold it on, but I don't see any point in taking it off. It's just extra work for nothing. So I'll just be putting that in the caustic soda like it is. Right. Okay, now I need to plug my camera into the electric because it's flat, the battery. Okay, so there's a little tiny rivet in there to drill out and a little miniature one there, so I'm just gonna drill that with a small drill because I think they're so small I'm not going to really be able to replace those properly, so that'll probably have to be glued back. So I'll try and take as little as possible off of that. Probably enough. Hopefully that should be enough. Right. Okay, so that's that one. There, that's gone. Oops. Right. Don't really know which way those are supposed to go. That way, I suppose. I don't know what they've got to rub against. It could be that way. Actually, it is that way, I think. Yes, it's that way. These notches must rub on that little piece of metal that sticks out there, but they're a bit worn, so yeah. You can see that being a problem. Have a job to get them tight. Right, that can go for the caustic soda. These I'll just drill these rivets a little bit. I'll do that off camera. Then I'll get these things out and try and bend these two jaws together a bit, just to make it nice and tight again. Because they shouldn't sort of flop about really like that. Right. Okay. So I'm going to get all this gubbins out. Don't want to lose anything. Okay, so that goes like that. This probably just needs a good clean up, maybe a bit of Vaseline or something. Make it run alright. This is a spring, just like a biro spring in it. I have got a box of different size springs somewhere. And the canopy. Hopefully that'll clean up alright. And that's this bit ready for the caustic soda. And I must try and get those stickers off. So I'm going to try that with lighter fluid. Can't remember who suggested it. A couple of people suggested it on the last video, so that's what I'll try and get that off. Otherwise I'll just put a bit of masking tape for the size and then I'll make one up. Right, okay, so I'm going to do that, put all that in the caustic soda, and then I'll wire brush it after that. So next step, caustic soda. Right, here we go. The boiling water's in. Yeah, for the caustic. That'll be enough. Well, the water's changing colour quickly. flue's definitely coming off alright anyway. Leave that for a bit. Yeah, the white's coming off now as well. Yeah, it's coming off nicely. Okay, so I'm going to leave that in for a few more seconds. Well, leave it in for a minute or so, and then next time you see it, it'll be on the bench, nice and clean, hopefully. Okay. Yeah, so that's all the bits wire wheeled, ready for priming. So I'm going to go out and prime that. There's no wind outside, it's dead still, so I'll make the most of it. Okay, so I'll catch you when that's done. Right, I've just polished this arm up with a bit of Otosol. It's not great, but it's not bad, and I don't really want to go and paint that with the Molotov or silver. I'd rather polish those metal bits up. So I've just done it with a Dremel and this Otosol. Put a bit on. One side of each of these has gone a bit black. Excuse me. Okay, you get the gist of it, so I'll carry on and get that finished. Okay, so they're all primed and ready to put the colour coat on, so I'm going to go out and do that now. I won't video this, you've seen me do it before, so I'll spray it and then you'll see it when it's all done. Okay, so that's all the bits painted and ready for reassembly. I made some water slide decals to put on. I made a couple of extra ones. Well, I made a few extra ones just in case I cock it up. I don't know how they're going to go. That one I scratched, so I've just put a cross so I don't use it. This is a reproduction claw. It's nowhere near as good as the original. You know, the plastic is a lot softer, a lot lighter. So I guess it'll do, but it's not great. And the spring is not so, the claw's not so strong. This one has got quite a strong spring on it. This is very, very weak. But anyway, I bought it now, so it'll have to do. I managed to get another one of these. I actually bought a donor vehicle in the end. It didn't have a lot on, but it had the parts I needed, and it had the figure. I was missing the figure, so luckily the one I got had the figure. I just made sure it had all the parts that I needed that wasn't on this one, apart from the claw which I'd already ordered. So luckily two of these were okay. the other two have got the bits broken off, so I've managed to make up a pair of those which are okay from the bits, and then so we've got everything we need. Okay, so the canopy, I've just given it a quick polish up with the what do they call it, lamp doctor. I haven't dipped it, I'm not going to dip it. So, and my paint I used is it's a lighter metallic blue than the original what it's supposed to be, but that's the paint I've got, so I'm not going to go and buy another can just for that. It'll be close enough. So okay, so let's get on and start putting it back together. Okay, let's put some of this a bit to one side. I'll put those up there. Right, I need to put these two bits together. I'm not going to glue them because they weren't glued, and where they fit it'll hold them together anyway. You just press together and that's it. Put that to one side. Now these arms, I need to put the claws in one side, or one of the claws in one side and one of these in the other side. Right, now I need my willow stick. Where's my glue gone? I've had a tidy up in here and everything's moved. Yeah. Right, put some on there. Actually, to put a bit around those. I'll put a bit in there as well in the middle. It'll all help. It's too small, you need to have drilled the posts out and tried and put smaller rivets, so this is the way I'm going to do this. I think it's the best way. So do with pinching that maybe in there till it's dry, to hold it tight, because I don't want them too tight but I don't want them too loose either, because if they're too loose they just flop around, and definitely I don't want that. So that's one. I'll do this one now. there. Put that out of the way. Reproduction claw. Original and whatever you call it. Hopla. There. Push those two together. I need to stick them in the vise as well. Can't really put them both in at the same time. Yeah, that one's probably stuck enough now anyway. Cool, that one's a bit loose. That bugger's loose. Maybe if I do it like that, that's just going to open it though, isn't it? I'll leave it like that. Put it over there out the way. This one seems reasonably tight enough. Right, okay, this bit's going to be a bit fiddly. So I need to put old James Bond in his cockpit. There you go. Now, this piece here has to go up into that groove from under here. So that's got to go up there like so. I've got to try and keep all this all together. Now, the canopy's got to go in there, like so. Now I've got this the wrong way around now. What I need to do is get this lot down in here without dropping everything. Now, where's one of these arms? One of these has got to go. See, I've put that in a bit prematurely, I think. What I need to do is to put this in there maybe, and then put that in. That's it, I think. Now, okay, so that's that one. Now I need to put this spring to keep that lid shut. That's it. I need to put that spring in there. Need a few hands for this. Then that needs to go on there. Then I think that's all that's got to go in there. I hope that's all. So I need to put a bit of glue on these rivets here. Because again they're a bit small. Put a bit on there. They're a bit small to actually drill out. Oops, my batteries, my camera's telling me the battery's getting flat. Typical. Doesn't last long, the battery now. Maybe put a bit along there. Just a bit to help it. Right, hopefully that'll work. Put that back. Put this on. Now I've got to get that spring. Hopefully get it in the right place. Oh, there's something. Oh, that's it. Okay, that seems to be working. Right, okay, that seems to have held together now. And the old ejector seat seems to work, or whatever it is. Seems to be okay. Bit stiff, but it works, which is more than it did when I got it. Okay, so I'll just put that over to one side and we'll come to this bit. So put this on. The spring's got to go on the end if I can get it on. Twist it anti-clockwise to get it on. Now that's got to go down through there if I can get it. There, clips through the side. Then this piece here, this little wheel, goes on in there, and that's going to bend around and go in there. So the base plate's got to hold that on. Right, okay, so this piece here has to go into there. Now, I think what I've got to do now is to put this piece on there. So I'm not sure. It goes over there sort of like that, and then this slots in each side. So hang on, if I put one, fiddly or what? Oh, hang on, I'll put one. Now this is falling out. Put one on there. Get it in a minute. I'll put one on there, hang on, I'll just make sure that this does go. Okay, so that will go like that. So, right, I'll take that off again, and then I'll put the rivet in this bit. So, I'll put a bit of glue in there. I don't know if there's enough still on there. Yeah. Right. Now, I can't use my spiky tool for this, so I'm going to have to use some tweezers. Now I'm going to have to press these in. Right, I've had to use the punch to get these in. I don't like these rivets. They're alright, but they're a little bit tight, and you kind of deform the heads a bit when you bang them in. I should have gone for the others now, but these looked a bit more authentic. Right, so I need to put this... Oh Jesus, now I'm dropping everything. Put the bloody lid on the glue. I've had to open a new pot because the other one's completely blocked. I can't unblock it, so it was nearly finished anyway. Right, get that piece in, and then now I've got to put this in. This should be quite fun now trying to get this on. I'm going to put this piece next, I think. I hope. So that slots in there like that. That bit goes in the ball part there, yeah, that's okay. Just got to try and line this up now. There. So hopefully these rivets are going to go in a bit better than the others. So what I'm going to do, I'll just squeeze them down a little bit. What happened on the other side, I couldn't drill one of the holes deep enough because of what was behind it, and the rivet was too long, I think, and I'd forgotten that the rivet was going to be too long. I should have filed one down before when I had it in my head what I had to do. Right, okay, put a little bit of glue in each one of these. There. Always fun and games. I've got glue all over me. Oh, I hate these rivets. I hate these rivets. Because they're such tight ones, they do need banging in. Okay, that seems to be tight. Right. Right. Turn her upside down now. These wheels are the back ones because they've got these like little notches in them. So that's to touch on this part. Now I've just done a cock up, haven't I? I think, have I? I think I have. Yes, I have. Oh, bugger. I should have put that damn thing in. I should have put this bloody thing in before putting the side in. Oh, for goodness sakes, eh? Well, that's a disaster. So just bear with me, I'm going to have to try and undo that again and just get that wheel in. Right, okay, we got it in. I had to take the side off again. I've messed my paint up a little bit there, so. But anyway, right, as I said before, these wheels have got the little grooves in, so they go in there. Now, I've got to pull them out a bit to get them in, that's it. These front ones in there. Bend them out a bit, that's it. Right, now they shouldn't fall out. Right, so let's see. Oh, great. See, that should turn that little wheel, but Oh, look at that, I've gone and knocked a great big chip out of that. For God's sake. Anyway, that does turn, look. Okay. Right. So, I've got to touch that up now. Well, not now, do this first. Right, so this goes this way around. Base plate. No, it must go the other way. It goes the other way. Right. I'm going to try and get these rivets in without mucking anything else up. Put a spot of glue in each hole. Right, now try and get these rivets in. One. Two. That's on the floor. Right. Oh. Five. That's all chewed up, that one. I need another one. Need a new one. It's so damn fiddly. Bloody hell, eh? Okay. So I've got those couple of little chips to touch up. Right, so it's at this point that I'm going to say, how many of you started shouting at the screen? How many of you spotted my mistake? I'm a bit pissed off about it, to be honest. I forgot to put the bloody lights in, didn't I? So I'm not going to undo it all again, because it'll ruin it. So I'm figuring when these lights are in, they don't move anyway, they're fixed solid. So what I'll do, I'm just going to cut the square bits off. I know it's not a very sort of professional thing to do, but I'll cut the square bottom bits off and I'm just going to stick them in, glue them in. Nobody will know. And if I ever undo it, I have got a spare set of these lights off the donor model, so I try and remember to put it back properly, but I can't see it getting undone. So that's what I'm going to do. But please, next time I do something like that, please shout a lot louder, because I just didn't hear any of you shouting this time. So never mind, eh? Never mind. Shit happens. Okay, I'm going to do that off camera, and then we'll come back and put the decal on. Right, I've got those on. I've done them, I've still chromed them up, the front bits, because then they were just red. They look stupid just red. Okay, so now all we've got to do is cut one of these out and see if we can get it on there. So I want to cut it so that line isn't showing. I've printed these out on transparent decal paper, so hopefully they should be okay. I'm hoping they'll be okay. Right, I'll get some water. Okay, here goes. I don't know how good they're going to be. Homemade ones. They don't work out, they don't work out. I did print some, oh look, they're already coming off. I did print some out on sticker paper. That's kind of taken me by surprise. I didn't expect these to come off so quick. But yeah, they weren't so, how would you say, vibrant, I suppose. The colours weren't so great. So I decided to do them on the decal paper. Where's my brush? Because I've moved everything. Nothing's where it used to be, sort of thing. Actually isn't bad there. Okay. Okay, that's it. So here we are at the end of another restoration, and this one, like so many of them, has tormented me right to the end, and I keep forgetting to put things in. That's the trouble. You start a model, and if it takes a couple of weeks to do, you know, I haven't really sort of had a lot of time, and it has taken me a couple of weeks from start to finish, on and off, and I should photograph everything when I undo it, but I don't, and I forget where things go, and I leave things out. I've got stuff on clips around the shed here, you know, when I painted it I've left it drying, and then I forget to put it in front of me when I'm putting it all back together, and that's what happens. I miss stuff out. I've got to try and stop doing that. Right, well, thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have enjoyed it, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. It'd be very nice if you would, and yeah, like I say, if you've enjoyed this video, then please tune in again next week for another restoration video. I'll put it back on the turntable, and then we'll remind ourselves of what we started with, and we'll have a look at it again going round, see the difference, and I will try and do a few still shots, but because it's like a moon buggy, it's not going to be, there's no point in me taking some outside shots of it, because it's going to be in the wrong setting, so I'll see what happens there. Okay. So until next time, stay safe, take care, and we'll see you again this time next week for a brand new video. Ta-ra for now. Bye.